Hi, good morning, folks. In this video, game day. The Sabres are right back in action, and they're up against the Hurricanes today, another powerhouse. Let's look at it coming up. All right, guys, this is the end of the homestand, and now it's the Hurricanes, so I'll just put it out there. These are the two teams that we just are playing in this homestand, I think, that are going to win the Stanley Cup this year. I'm just not a big believer in Colorado. Sorry, guys. Nothing against the Avalanche. They could break through. But these other two teams are harder hitting, and they have more of a 60-minute game, I find, than Colorado. And that these teams also, I believe, unlike Colorado, probably could survive injuries. You know, they got some major high-end players over in Colorado. This is my thoughts. But I believe if McKinnon went down, Makar, one of those guys goes down, there's no Stanley Cup coming in Colorado. Whereas I believe in these other two clubs, they could lose pieces and still win the Stanley Cup. That's kind of the way I look at these teams. And also, they're just harder hitting. They're harder hitting. So before the year started, I had picked Florida to win the Cup. I'm still believing that it's going to be Carolina. Good Lord, it might be Toronto. Who knows in this league now. But I still am of the thinking that the harder hitting clubs come playoff time wins the Stanley Cup. Let's look at the game. Guys, this is going to be a hell of a test. And I'm going in there looking for effort. I'm not panicking about wins and losses because the reality is when you're playing a team 45-16 that is 20-10 on the road, you know, it's going to be hell to beat them. This isn't the Carolina team that we pounded in starting the 07 season. Like, you know, every time we played them, we'd be out to get for blood, right? Because we had our powerhouse team then. This is a Sabres team on the rise, learning, getting experience, and learning how to fight through adversity. And that's all this is right now. This is what we're going to see and what we're going to live, I think, right the rest of the year. And, you know, we could go like 0-5-0, which I don't think we will, but if we did, if we go 0-5-0 and we were in every single game, we're going to see that part of it. We're smart enough fans to know that much, that we're looking for signs, you know, more than we are a playoff berth. We're not getting in this year. So when you look at, let's look at the boys right here. They are at home now, 13-17. Yeah, you know, this is a tough homestand. So if we can squeeze this one out, somehow, some way, and I say that's a big if, because I do have my doubts. Carolina's really good, really good. I think we're going to see a hell of a team again in this game. You know, guys, I mean, when this Toronto team also, guys, is really rolling. They're really, really rolling, this Leafs team. So we'll have to see if they lose the first round again. What are they going to do over there? Are they ever going to get it right? We'll have to see if the Leafs lose the first round because they just went in and they just beat Tampa now and they pounded Tampa yesterday. You know, I might start doing an after-hours show, guys. I mean, with game scores, going over the league scores. Let me know if that's of interest. I might start doing that. Make a little segment called After Hours or something, and we'll look at like the scores of the night. And I'm not going to give you any rundown in the games. I'm just going to go through my basic statistics. The last thing you need is a complete rundown, I figure. It's not something I get into. But I can, you know, look at momentum, shifts, talk about which direction I think teams are going, things like that. Hey, Carolina, this is not going to be easy. Let's put it right out there. Good, good, good. This is what we want, guys. We want games we shouldn't win right now. Late in the year when they're pushing for the playoffs. Look, they got the Rangers on their ass too, guys. Rangers are 4 points behind them. They got a game in hand on the Rangers, but when you got over a dozen games left, a lot can happen. As we know, 4 points isn't much at this time of the year. It's a lot, but it's not much. It's a 2-game losing streak, you know, and this could be a big one for Carolina if they ever lost. So we'll see how the boys do. Oh, let me go on some notes, though. There was a few notes I seen here that I found very interesting. Guys, look at this, you know, what a year, right? Tage enters tonight's game with 12 points, 8 goals, 4 assists in his last 11 games. My God, this guy. He's going to cost more than we think. Unless he's a really good guy and says, I want to stay here, You can pay me a little less than this. I'm thrilled. Me and my wife and my family, we're thrilled with this. I don't need to get greedy. I hope he's that type of kid. Skinner has 9 points, 5 goals, 4 assists his last 8 games. There's the guy that we signed the big contract to this year. We have him now. He's scored at least a point in each and every game he's played against Carolina in his career since he's in his 5 career games. I didn't know that. And Casey Middlestat, let's not forget, has a goal and 7 assists his last 8 games. It might not sound like a lot. It is. For a guy that was injured all year and was trying to find his way, he does seem to be settling back in. So hopefully he stays healthy the rest of the year and changes things. Olofsson, 3 goals, 2 assists his last 4 games. I'll just leave that there. Olofsson, if he can just finish the year strong, we're looking at 20 goals for sure, which would be really nice for Olofsson, guys, to get 20 goals this year. What an accomplishment that would be. It would be, you know? And then if we do move him, which I don't think we will, but if we did, his value's back up, guys. It's win-win. It's not bad for us to move or not move him now, you know? Tuck has 5 points, goal, 4 assists his last 4 games. Listen to this. This is my favorite. Here it comes. Samuelsson has 5 assists and a +8 rating in his last 11 games, guys, averaging 21 minutes and 9 seconds of ice time during that span. Since making his season debut on January 17th, Samuelsson ranks among the NHL rookie leaders in 8th in total on ice time with 19.28 average. You know, shorthanded time, hits he's 7th, block shots he's 6th. Incredible, this guy. This is what I like, though. Samuelsson's +8 rating is 11 games since March the 10th, ranking in a tie for first among NHL rookies during that span, entering play Monday. And he's tallied an assist in 4 of his last 6 games. Not only can he hit, he has, you know, he has offensive potential, offensive swing. We've seen it. So, guys, we're going to go into this one open-minded, stay calm. Everybody stay calm. We're going to do the kumbaya after. If we lose, we'll figure it out. Don't worry. This is not about winning right now. This is about development. These games are development, and we want to see desire, determination, and drive in these games. That's what we're looking for. We're not looking for anything but that, you know? And if we get a win, that's the biggest bonus of all, is getting that surprise and saying, my God, they did it again. Like, this is what we want right down the stretch. Before you know it, guys, if we get through the next 3-4 games decent, and I'm just saying decent, all of a sudden, we are having a damn good close, aren't we? You know, like this won't hit us till we look back, and I'm going to break down the last 20 games when this is all said and done. We're going to look at it, break it down, all of it. And we're going to look at and see what the boys brought to the table during the hardest schedule and hardest time for that schedule, which is late in the year when everybody's doing their playoff push, their playoff run, and trying everything they can to not screw up. They get screwed running into us. We'll be the team, I hope, that has that rep by the end of the season. We're not there yet. We haven't established that rep yet. But if we do, if we're first overall, number 1 in the team that, oh my God, I don't want to run into them again this year. You know, we still got them on our schedule, that kind of thing. We'll have to see how that, if that's a reality or not. But this is kind of what was my thinking months ago, is if the Sabres can, late in the year, if they're not in, and they're not, be the team that finishes strong, messes up as many teams as possible. And by strong, guys, I'm talking we can finish 5-5, but mess up a lot of teams, you know? Screw up, because these are way harder to win than games in October. These games, guys, these are way harder to win in November. This is way harder. This is the toughest part of the year, and we're playing the peak teams. We're playing back-to-back right now, the 2 teams I think that should be favored to win the Stanley Cup this year. And, of course, Colorado over in the West. Colorado also. And I'm not discounting the Leafs. I'm not writing them off. Not what I'm seeing right now. But I'm one, guys, that when it comes to regular season, doesn't convince me of anything except signs and glaring issues. You know, I look for the signs and glaring issues when I look at regular season. Because what we have right now, the Sabres, let's say, as a potential playoff team, I don't have any clue. I have no clue. We won't know till we get into a series. But I do know one thing. If we don't fix the physical side of this team, even if we make the playoffs next year, we're done in the first round. Gone. Gone. I don't care. If we're dead last in hitting, forget it. Forget it. It's not happening. You know, but this team does show a mean streak. I will say that. They have a mean streak in them, but you got to bring it out of them because they're young. You know, you get them angry enough, pissed off enough, they just don't care. You know, I've seen that in the Sabres, so that's good. So let's leave that on the back burner for now. Let's just concentrate on the game we're in, guys. We'll see what we do today. We'll see how the first period goes, if we're still in it in the second like we were last game. And I'm guessing Anderson will be in nets for this one. So that's the way they planned it, I guess. I was thinking they were going to go maybe in these 5 games, maybe Anderson three of them. So we'll see how that's going to pan out. I'm not sure if they're going to just keep going like this with them. I'm not sure. But for sure, we'll see Anderson today in this game. So I'm expecting a good game from the boys. I'm expecting to be in this. I'm expecting to have a chance to win this. I'm expecting to maybe pull the upset today because it would be an upset no matter what. If we win this game, we're not supposed to win today, guys. If we win, we'll be talking. Have a great day, guys. I'll see you later. I'm home today, so I'll be able to make some more videos later. And it gives me time to play doctor at home, which is not a bad thing. My friend, with the hours I have, he's got a real bad injury right now. He has to go to the hospital and get this checked. So I will be home today. All right, guys, so I'll see you in some videos later on this afternoon, probably around 5-ish, 4, give take. But let me shut up. Let me get this video out to you. Go Sabres. Come on, boys. Do the bounce back. We want to bounce back, right? Let's go. Sabres on the warpath. See you tonight, guys.